Hello everyone, welcome back to my railroad. I haven't had a lot of time to work in here. Life's been really busy. I've had a lot of work coming in and orders to fill and send out, which has been good. Overall, time that I've been able to spend in the layout has been just in little patches here and there. I haven't had a lot of time to spend hours working in here. But I have gotten a few things done, and I'll show you those here in a little while. And just recently, we were up at Strasburg with the family, my parents, my wife, my son, my sisters, and we were taking a trip out on the Strasburg Railroad. So it was a lot of fun as well. I'll show you some of the footage from that too. But for the moment, let's go ahead and show you what I have gotten done on the layout so far. So I'm doing some work here in the train layout tonight. That's the far corner that I had been working on in the previous videos. So we're going to come across, but up onto the second level. I have another hillside that I need to work on. This is just some classic construction of the layers of foam and then just covered with a plaster cloth. Of course, it gets that very stair-step form. And that's, of course, going to all get smoothed out and made to look a lot nicer with the Sculptamold. So I'm just going to get ready to get that mixed up, start working that in, and we'll see how this all starts to shape up. Well, this switch that is in the back of the upper yard is fully built. You can see I've gone ahead and cut my isolation gaps for the frog. This will now have to get wired into a hex frog juicer. I have the throw bar soldered into place and the switch moves quite nicely. I've done a test run with a few different engines and some different rolling stock, and everything goes through the switch nicely in both directions. One engine did kind of have a little bit of a grumbling sound as it went over the frog, so I may have just a little bit of material I still need to maybe clean out of the frog a little bit. But apart from that, this switch is now ready for the hex frog juicer and for the switch machine. I'm not going to be able to get to that in this video, but that will be coming along very soon. So down on this end of the yard, I had a lot of areas where the ballast had just gotten really thin just when I had put down the first layer of the senders. I've since gone back and filled in a bunch of those thin areas, cleaned off any ballast that has collected on top of the ties, and as you can see, the rails coming along here from the turnout that I've just finished, I've just got those stopped off in this area here. The front one has been soldered in, the back one has not been soldered into place yet as far as its power feed. As far as the next switch that I'm going to be working on, it's probably going to end up being this crossover here so that I can get this area taken care of. I just put the rails in straight so that I could be able to just run trains around, but I do need to get this crossover put together before I can start really moving on into everything else. I also have the back shop set back into place. It is not down permanently and obviously still needs its roof completed, so there's still work to be done on it as well. So many of you will remember this retaining wall that I had done a couple months ago now. So just as getting a break from working on some of the other areas, or just a few things to do quickly in the evening when I've just not had a lot of time, I've come through this next section down and added in some ground covering and added in some grass. Got the ties dirtied up with lots of ground covering in the ballast. So there's some weeds growing up in there, wood that would have fallen off of the logs as they're coming from the logging line. This area, of course, is going to end up with some trees, a lot more bushes, and there's still lots of work to do here. The main line up here at the top, I still have all the ballasting to do up here. So still a lot to do, but just working on extending out from this seam. So the logging line starts over on this side of the aisle, on the left side of the aisle. And as the logging line travels along, it goes around the end of the layout and comes around onto the right-hand side into this area that I was just showing you a moment ago. But in this corner, I've had just sitting in place this very stair-stepped bit of hill. My son and I had built this quite a few years ago, just to as a project to show him how to stack up the foam, glue it together, and do the plaster cloth. Okay, that was when he was little. He's now grown up and done with college, and he's living on his own now. It's more than time to be working on this corner, so I've added in some a couple extra layers of foam to raise it up just a little bit, and I then started working on getting the sculpt and mold into those areas. I am going to have a rock face, as you can see, with the plaster rocks that are just currently sitting into place, and the rest of that stair stepping of the hill will go away as things get filled in and shaped, trees added, etc. So this is another area that I'm working on, just little bits here and there when I've got the extra time, or when I've got just very little time to spend in the trade room, and I can just do a small amount of work before I have to leave. So this corner will be worked on as well. So, as I said, not a lot of work being done recently, just little bits here and there, but I am working on it and continuing to move forward with it. I hope that you do like what you've seen so far. I'll go ahead and show the footage that I got from Strasburg and leave it at that. So thank you very much. Until the next update, I hope I have a lot more for the next update. Probably won't be until later in August, but I do hope to have another update for you next month. So with some more progress, hopefully that will happen as well. So take care, everybody. Thank you very much, and please stick with me as I continue to build and add to my layout. Take care, everyone.